Everybody, welcome back to Life After the Woods, episode 11 with me, Sid. And last episode we went exploring for andesite. We didn't find any andesite. We did go and get, if I can find it, a whole load of quartz which we can use to make andesite. But I still am really reluctant to do so. Now, between episodes, I have done a little explore this direction, and there's a pygmy village there which I left, and there is a mine shaft. This location there is, I've lately called it west. It's another, thing. That's that one probably needs to be renamed east, to be honest, and then we can use them accordingly. But I've called that west. There's a feature there which I want to go back and have a look at, but not today. And let me just put that away. I have been using the mob farm. I've got 38 levels to use, and it's currently night time. So let us have a sleep. Now, we still need to decorate quite a bit of this house, and we need more of this house. This is obviously not all of it done. But one thing we did do last episode, was it last episode or even the episode before? I honestly can't remember whether is we planted some crops, and this is very temporary unpleasantness. But it occurred to me we've got a section over there. Now, one of the things I don't like about this area is, well, for one, alligators and stuff can hide, and they are unpleasant. And for two, I would like to get into having proper farms for the seeds. I'd also like to get this some decoration out here and upstairs. There's a whole load of things I want to do, and it's just having all of the times to do them. However, let us just jump in here and have a look at the word seeds. So how many actual seeds are there? There's wheat seed, pumpkin seeds, melon seeds, and beetroot seeds, vanilla things. So there's your 4. Sunflower seeds, which you can eat, and you get them from sunflowers, so presumably you can plant those as well. Cabbage, tomato, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7. Cattail seeds don't seem to be things. Flax seeds, 8, and that will get a string if we want it. I'm not going to worry about those because they are a long way off. Amberroot seed, of course, mushroom seeds. Yeah, so we've got what, 7 plus. Let's have a look, because it's probably easier to look in here. Plus carrots, plus potatoes. I think that is probably about it. So, and wheat. So 7, 10 if we have a wheat field. So what I would like to do today, apart from do a little bit of enchanting, now I've got some levels, is actually have a go with some chisels and bits and try and make a greenhouse. I think that would be useful. Now, we're going to start off, and I'm going to get my lapis, and we are going to go straight in and hope for a fortune pick. But we got unbreaking. Okay, that's fine. What have we got there? Oh. Have I got a grindstone? I have. I know it's a waste of the levels, but actually, no. Here we go. Here's an idea. Let me just place that grindstone down temporarily. I am going to grind that. And we are going to enchant that with Fortune 3. Alright, well that one, that will therefore have to wait until we get on Silk Touch. Okay, what we got left? 3 levels. What can we get on that? I don't want an efficiency 4 pick the thingy, that's for certain. What about a bow? Let's see, what can we do with a bow? Power 3. Okay, let's have have I got any other bows that are worthwhile? Fire stream. Don't understand that one at all. That one I definitely don't want because it pulls them in. That's multiple target and poison clouds. I think that's probably our best option for a bow. Let's go and see what that gives us, just to use up a little bit of power 3. Well, you know what, it's better than nothing. Flame and punch, so a fiery winter's touch. Okay, that's fine, we'll live. So that is fortune 3. That is useful, but for now we'll put you away in there. I would like to well, I don't think I need to repair it straight away, but I would like to get mending at some point, and we do need to faff around with the villagers for that. So yeah, and obviously we need to get more levels and the likes. Now I've rejigged the farm a little bit and made it a little bit more effective. What to do first then? Let's head and get the stuff together. All right, come here. So we should have a diamond up there, that's perfect, and I want one of them and one of them to make that. The challenge is complete. Wasn't that much of a challenge, to be honest. Wool, 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 wool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those, and what shall we, just to get a throwaway block, I suppose, because I just want to go and take one thing out of that and go and make that, and then that can go in the trash slot, and we'll I can't hit delete because unfortunately it will stop my recording. Oh, that's a pain. I need to let me reconfigure that actually, if I can do where's my trash slot configuration. I have it set on insert and delete to start and stop recording, which is completely irrelevant to anybody, but obviously affects that. So if I just make that home, that's fine. Now I can go in there and press home and it's gone. Lovely. Right, now in chisels and bits there is something else, well, several things we need, but we're going to need a positive chisel design. We're going to need a negative one as well at some point, but that is positive is just bucket of water, paper and lapis. So we're going to need a piece of lapis, we're going to need a piece of paper, and we are going to need a bucket of water. I converted all of my buckets of milk into bottles because it's unlikely that I'm going to need to cure more than one thing at a time, but oh, ow, there might be an accident ahead. Let me just eat. Yeah, what was I doing? Oh, right, yeah, there was this other thing. Chisel station allows the mass production of a single material chiseled pattern. So that's just slabs, sticks, and a chisel. I'm fairly certain I don't have any. Oh, I do. There we go. 1, 2, 3. And then we just need a. It doesn't have to be a good chisel. It just has to be a. Maybe it doesn't work with that one then. Oh, okay. It likes posh stone, does it? Okay, I can do that. It's not a problem. Actually, that's technically not a stone block either, but I'm not going to worry about it. Let me take a piece of dolomite to see whether that works. There we go. And we take that. Go 1, 2, and that gives us that. We put that down. We put a chisel in there, a design in there, and it basically makes them. Perfect. It doesn't break. Okay. I'll make another one in a moment. That's not a problem. It really didn't cost as much. However, some things just can't be put up with. It's an interesting bow, I'll give it that much. And absolutely nothing to see here at all. Honest. Right, let me just sort out that chisel-y hoofer what's-in-my-jig. I wonder whether you have to do that with like whether it's a different thing. I should have actually checked what he had to sell, shouldn't I? But, oh well, that's hindsight and everything. Where is my head's chest? Nothing to see here at all, honest. Get rid of that, and that can go in there. Right, back in a moment. Of course, now I have a Fortune 3 pick, I can actually take advantage of everything down here, can't I? Must say, I love the addition of Fortune as a block. I should have brought some blocks to fill in, shouldn't I? That was the opposite of foresight. But at least we can clear out everything that's hanging down. Get a few more diamonds. Get a little bit of this redstone. A bit more lapis. There's all of these bits that are sticking out we can have. And the coal is actually what I really was interested in, because our coal reserves are running a little bit down. Don't mind a few diamonds, you know, extra. But we'll come back and grab all of the surface bits later. Lots of fun stuff to be doing down here though later on. Yeah, we'll leave those alone. I think I'm happy enough with everything that I can see down here right now, but we will expand outwards as we go. That doesn't look very safe at all. But yeah, come out with a little bit more coal, and more importantly, lots of ores. So at least when it comes to mining, we've got that one sorted now. We are getting maximum return on investment. Now, I've currently got some basalt cooking. I previously cooked some glass, because out at that west location is right next door to a very small arid desert. So, and it is an arid desert, not just a desert. We stick that coal in there. We'll put the raw ores in here, because these can be crushed to 30% chance of giving you 2 and some stone. I don't know whether that's 1 plus an additional 2. But when we get to these, and this is getting expensive because we need these andesite. The andesite I'm not worried about. It's the alloy that's the issue. Anyway, but at least we can crusherate all of those up into good stuff. Redstone. And we'll stick the stuff back here. So my plan, what is my plan? Well, my plan probably starts off with a sleep actually, and then we'll head out and we'll start clearing some space. Have I got my shield to hand? I don't, but I will have in a moment, just in case of alligators, because nobody likes alligators or crocodiles, not when they're trying to eat you anyway. They're distracting. Oh wow, that's actually a hostile mob spawn out there. That has to be said, I haven't seen one of those in a while. Right, shield, boom, and that. Yeah, starting to get some crops growing. And I suppose the easiest way to check for alligators in the water is just to get out to a deeper bit and submerge. Plus we'd be able to see them if they're here. And then what I actually want to do is clear all of this ground cover for this area, because obviously they do reasonably well. Why did I should have used shears, that would have been more sensible. Hiding in the undergrowth because they're very low down. Whereas if we just hammer the entire space over here, because we can always bone meal it later and put more in, that's not a problem. I mean, we've got a skeleton farm, so we are pretty much sorted as far as they are concerned. But if everything on this kind of level is accessible, then there's no sneaking up on me. None of that sneaking up. We don't want no sneaking. And we'll get some bits and pieces out of it. So I'm going to continue and just go right back over to the back edge of this meadow here, to where probably the edge of the lake there, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, so before we kick off with an actual build, there's a couple of things I want to look at. There are 2 planters in this game. There's also a little plant in a desk thing which you can make. But there are 3 planters. There's a planter and there's a planter with a rich soil. Rich soil is made by putting organic compost in the sun next to water with activators. So mushrooms you take, and that will give you rich soil, which you dig up. Now rich soil is made with straw, which we need to work out how to make. So dry plant found up for cooking grassy crops and plants with a knife. So by putting them on the cutting board perhaps, or maybe even just attacking things with a knife. No, I don't want a netherite knife, that was maybe a little bit excessive. However, I did find some of this over at the farm, so this might be something that's of use. Now I've just set 7 of these cooking, and if I jump in here and grab a bucket and then come and grab some more water, we should be able to craft a rich soil planter, which is one option. Now the other option, which is a lot easier because I've got many of them, is not quite that much, combining a barrel with a thing. Now that, in theory, let me grab a seed. You don't take seeds, so I think that must therefore be a decorative item. Yes, right, that answers that one. So we know that is purely decorative. Now what about this rich soil planter? How does that work? Seed. Let's first off try it with a melon seed, and then get a little bit of bone meal. That's now mature. Will that grow out to either side, or will it just, I'm assuming it can't unless we, I don't need you, you're just being a pain. But if I give it that, it potentially could. which I could then bury those into the ground. So do I want to therefore have a look at doing that? Because we haven't got enough to make a massive greenhouse of those yet, but I've got 6 of these, which need to go out in the sunlight, and I also need the mushrooms. I think I can get away with coarse dirt, but we'll find out. So I definitely don't have podzol. I'll leave that down here, see whether it spreads a bit, and we'll go and sleep. So we need to get some of this rich soil going. That's if we're going to go that route. But the question is, does it make a significant difference? I really don't know. And I suppose I could go and read up about the mod, but two minds about the fun of doing it that way. Well, definitely no alligators out there. Whee! So I think if I were to grab a bucket of water, let's just come over here. Make sure that you are exposed to the sky, which is there. How much have I got? 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that one can be water. That can be all of those. Exposed to sunlight. Let's give it some. Can I get away with an accelerator anywhere? Let's try this coarse dirt then. No, it does not want to play on that, does it? Yeah, it might play if we do those, maybe. We'll see how that goes. But this should convert over to coarse dirt. Now, if I need to darken it, have some kind of plan for that, then we'll go there. But the compost, let me just have a, well, again, we can look at this. Rich soil is made with compost. We've got plenty of that. It's just this that we're a bit short on. Let's have a look at Kniff. Not a Skinnif, a Kniff. He says typing it again. Kniff in, we've got a stone knife just to make life easy. Flint knife. Yeah, that's not going to make life easy at all, is it? Right, well, we'll go and fix that, and I'll be back in a sec. Yep, we can get straw from grass, which I wish I'd known before I went and cleared all that grass. But there's no problem. It's not a common drop, I'll give it that much. But it also doesn't seem to have any durability. So I've been looking at the space anyway, and I don't think it's quite big enough for what I want. So I think we're going to have to go back further anyway. So we've definitely got plenty to be cutting down here. I'm not going to cut these because I want to see if we can what's the word I'm looking for there? I actually can't think. Yeah, I want to do the thing. That's right. Shear. So there's a sleeping lion there. Sorry, lion. Or was it a bear? It might have been a bear. Didn't look like a bear, looked like a lion. I got some cooked bear meat out of it, so there you go. Anyways, let me crack on. I'll be back in a second. Alright, I'm not convinced this is going to work for melons. It just does not seem to want to play. But let's try it with wheat. That's at 86% growth. Let's just see whether it grows there and if you can harvest it normally. I have cleared a whole load of stuff that should go in. I'm not sure about some of these other ones. Seeds, they'll definitely work in there. I know I haven't got those clovers you can shear. That's a definite thing. But we did get a fair bit of that, and also a fair few other bits and pieces, including that what I thought was a lion but wasn't, apparently. Maybe. Who knows? When is a lion not a lion? When it's standing. No. So I'm going to assume this will grow and in these pots, but I don't know. I don't want to invest a lot of time and effort in them if they're not going to. Maybe we do this, because I don't need those there anymore. Maybe we take these and put one outside and just see how it grows, because that is summer and autumn. It is summer, so it is fertile at this time of the year. What we just need to do is test its ability to grow. It's no biggie, is it? Or maybe I'll look at the mod. But there's something supplementaries. I can also look at that. I can do both, can't I? Really, but we'll put that there. Is at 0%. See what it does. In the meantime, I am going to just go and check up the supplementaries mod description and see exactly what it does and think a little bit more about my greenhouse design. But I'll be back in a moment. I've done a little bit of reading on this stuff. So this stuff is useful because it randomly boosts your crop growth. Now, I'm going to assume that it works the same if it's in one of these planters, which is from a different mod. So Farmer's Delight is the mod that adds the fertile soil. This one is a different mod entirely, and I'm not seeing any evidence, but apparently that will grow just like a planter. So I haven't quite got enough to do 64 of these, but I pulled enough out to do, because I'm basically too short. But this will make you 62 of those, which that should do us for now. Now these transform over time dependent on being close to water and accelerators and in the sunlight. So, you know, again, we have no real control over how this actually works. However, what I am thinking is, let's use some apple planks because they're what I've got. That should be more than enough. And we can take a couple of fences. And if we take, I know I had at least one mushroom left, and there's probably some more brown ones kicking around somewhere. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Really do need to sort out my inventories again. We suppose we could check the food. No, that's the wrong one. Oh, and we want that as well. Don't think there's anything left in there that we need. That's to go with all of this. So this is the basics of my greenhouse build plan, if you like. Now the question, do I have any ordinary brown mushrooms? The answer is no, I don't. Probably won't take that much effort to find one. But what I'm thinking is, see, I can see these are doing something, but not a huge amount. So what we'll do is we'll go over here for starters, and I'm going to basically go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll do that. So this is essentially a little lean-to. Well, the idea is that it is anyway. So somewhere to stick my mushrooms under. It's not necessary. This is just an aesthetic thing. if I do come under here and then plant a mush, come on, it must be dark enough. In which case, whether it'll, do they plant on that compost? I'm just curious. They do, okay. I've got a little bit of spare, so let's put it down, shall we? I need to go mad. Just whack those down. And then I've got a whole load of these, so I think what we're going to have to do is oh, it's a deer. What we can do is get in a bit like this perhaps. Now those won't get the same acceleration bonus from sunlight, that's the downside to that, but it doesn't matter. We're not in a race. I just want to see how long it takes us to get the majority of this converted over. Let's give it some water and the world should be good and happy. Now in the meantime I can work on the basis that I don't have these blocks to go, this rich soil, and I can convert the ground later, so we can work on getting these sorted out. I can see they are changing, so they are getting accelerated. I'm going to take that one. I don't think that's probably helping at all. I don't know exactly how it's checking, whether it's doing it on an immediate area or what, but they like all of the stuff around them. So what I want to do is, in the first instance, let me just straighten this coastline. I don't usually like doing this because it kind of mucks around with the natural feel of the place, and these I can't do anything about because they're just general things, but I can put some stuff down later. So what I want is, I want to start off, say, about here. So this block here is going to be, well actually let's think this through. I'm kind of, I don't know how to do it over there. So we're going to have a sloping roof, and I want to have pots down one side, then a walkway, and then, so we go from here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then go from there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the shape of the build, or at least the start of the shape of the build. So we need to come down here and level this lot out, which is fine. And then I need to decide how many fields I'm going to stick in, because we're going to have a mixture of fields and things, and some of these fields are going to be set up for pumpkins and melons, and some of them are going to be set up for more general crops. So that's the next decision. Let me just get this lot out, and again we'll probably shape this lot back a bit further as we go. But on this side here, right, now this is where we start getting into the glass and that and these things. Now, and I don't know, this, we'll put you down there. Oh, I can always use carry on, that will work, won't it? Yeah. Right. What time are we at? It's getting late, but it's not so late that we can't put down a piece of glass. And oh, how do I change the mode on this thing now? Use not bound to display menu. Alright, I'm going to sleep and I'm just going to check on what I'm doing wrong with chisel and bits, because I haven't used it in a few versions because it hasn't existed from since 1.12. So I'll be back in a moment. Alright, it's all starting to come back. Oh, this is all starting to change as well. I hadn't got the radial key dialed in. So if I want to make this kind of go across at a fairly steep angle, I need to work out how this is going to be 3 high at this side, because I think 3 is a good height. And I've not put any structure in. This is just sheets of glass right now. But if I'm going to go across, no, that's not right. Where have they gone there? No. No. Okay, this is going to get annoying. Give me that back. Where's it gone? This really isn't helping a great deal, the fact that I'm working in a transparent block, I suppose. Ah. Right. Two of them. Let's have a look. So if I place you there, you're on the wrong side. That's fine. But if I place you what is going on with these? Alright, let's just get them. That is not what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do was place these and just chisel them up again. Let's go to plane. There we go. Right. Let's try that again, shall we? From this position. I think these are kind of position. No, that is not right. Why are you? Come back here. Right, let me get this. Let's try this again. Blank the template. Copy it. Placement mode. Why is it not undoing? Oh, it's undoing that. Oh, okay. I'm struggling with this. It's not playing nicely. Shift for details. 256 glass. Blah blah blah. Let's rotate it. As I said. What on earth happened there? Alright, this is doing weird stuff. Right, leave me at it, I'll get it. I'm going to try this duplicator thing, because it has to be said, what do I need? Don't understand how this works. Is there a different? Okay. This mod has changed significantly. Chisel design. I mean, that is obviously what you have to put in there. So why? I don't understand. I'll have to look up this. This is definitely not being particularly helpful. Oh god, and neither is that. Hang on, let me pick that up. So I've done a little bit of chiseling. A few of the controls on the chisels and bits, I have to say, are definitely not the way I remember them. See, that's definitely wrong. But I would say that was actually the wrong way round. Maybe if we rotate it the correct way round. What are you... That is the right thing. Not that. Why are you being so bloody awkward? Oh man, this is getting ludicrous. I mean, that is almost it. Except it's mirrored somehow. Oh, you know what? There comes a time where you just chisel it away and then try again with the pattern. But this is painful. I mean, all I want to do is make panes of glass that run along with a smooth basalt thing. Now that works fine if you do it from that position. And I don't need to do anything more with that, but I do need to obviously continue this up. This is a door, and this is our way in and out. So that is fine, I can live with that. And then we're going to have more of that, and I think I'm going to try for every 3 panes of glass before. So we're going to go like 3 panes, placement mode there, and then at this one we'll have another one of these going up. So at that point I need to come in, and it's a 4x4 with a overlap of 2. And again, we can take those out, pop those in, an overlap of 2 on the inside. That actually I don't want an overlap of 2 on the inside, do I? Oh, it can be your 2x4 then, that's fine. It doesn't really matter. This corner here will probably not have anything in it, but in fact, let's tell you what, let's make it a 4x4, but we'll bring it out like so, and then we can go and grab our glass bits and just continue the design. That was wrong. Down until we run out of bits or space. That's right. Let me do a little bit of work on this. I'll be back in a second. Well, it's been a while since I last pressed record, and in that time I've done quite a bit, and I made the greenhouse. Every single bit of this is chisels and bits, apart from the door. The door is not chisels and bits, but this is all chisels, bits, frame made out of basalt, the glass. We've got 3 normal size field areas in here, and the idea being is we will have just as well, I have a spare one of those. Yeah, did not see that one coming. Okay, but we can come down here. I brought a couple of stacks of coarse dirt with me to start off with, just to line out the paths, if you like. And I want to experiment with some lighting in here. I've got some chains and things, but you see, chains probably won't connect, or lanterns probably won't connect to these. But if I go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, that one is straight up to the wall. So we'll just bring this to here, I think, and run a little line through it. Yeah, this has been a massive job. The chisel and bits has, yeah, I mean, it's not changed drastically. 1, 2, 3, 4, this line here. But it's changed enough that a lot of what I used to know is no longer current. So that's a thing. I also probably need to sleep. Let me, not quite yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, there. That should be 4, it is. So we put paths down the middle of these just to things. I am on rocking a new shovel and I did enchant it. It is running efficiency 4, which is not my preferred. I like to get a shovel at around about efficiency 3. Anything more than that tends to be a little too fast, shall we say. But doesn't matter. We've got the things. I need to go and get that door again. But before we do that, let me just have a look. Will you click on there? You do, but it doesn't really make sense for you to be hanging there, but that's fine. You do recognize that as a... What you don't recognize is any of these as a clickable surface. Now, if I were to... I'm going to need my chisels and bit stuff back out, and I'm going to need some of these blocks here, and we are going to roughly the middle point here. I'm going to try and set a this is going to be awkward. Let me jump up a little bit. So working this out was a pain to say the least. It took a fair amount of effort. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 1, that's 8. So if I go there, 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 it's alright. It's not a problem. We'll go and trim all of this off later. The question is, it will not, because it's not actually a solid block. Okay. Let's just do some undos. And right, so I need to come up with something different, don't I? It's not a problem. I'm sure I'll come up with a solution. But that as a solution is not an option. Alright, fine. Let me grab, I need 3 composters. And I also need a replacement door. I'm going to need a hoe. This has worked out really well, so I'll grab some more of this in a minute, and I'll grab that plant pot. In fact, we'll go and check how that plant pot's doing. Now, these have grown repeatedly over the time, so I haven't really got to see whether that's an experiment, unless, of course, it hasn't grown at all, in which case I know there's something wrong with that as a device. I also really do need to come up with the route round, which again we'll be using chisels and bits, so that's fine. Oh, I need to go and check that first. Let me go and have a look. It's definitely grown. I'm not sure whether it's any faster, but we'll take it with us because we're going to have some of those anyway for some of the just some crops growing down the side, really, I think. So let us go and get in here for starters, and we should have in the seeds. We've definitely got plenty of wheat. We've definitely got plenty of beets. We've got plenty of cabbage, and we've got a little bit of flax. Well, now what I'm missing is some of the other seeds here. Melon we can take. Let me drop that off for a second. I'm going to need to make more of these. But I need to also think about what we're going to do with this as a build if I can't light like that. I mean, I suppose a simple solution would be to throw some fencing in, wouldn't it? I'm going to need more than I've got. Let's just do that. Grab a little bit of that. I keep on forgetting that I don't need it. I can do this in my inventory. That should be sufficient. Oh, planters. Sorry, composters. That's the word I was looking for. Just slabbage. Okay, I think we can manage that with probably this. I just need 3. So 1, 2, and 3. That's good. Now, thinking this through. Oh, ho. I'll bring a couple because I don't know how much I'm going to go through. And, oh, door. Back in a mo. Got some lighting down. This is not perfect. There's some glowstone under the composters. I've got these around, scattered around the area. I have made a mistake. This is one too short. I am not fixing it. This has taken way too long as it is. So I'm not too worried. It's because if you imagine as we go down here, you've got these planters in the place, you know, scattered in. We'll put some tables, maybe put through a few flower pots just to make it look a little bit more, because I don't need all of these. And then we can come in and you know, just hoe back. I also should check this corner, shouldn't I? That's actually a bit low. Let me whack down the light levels tools we have combined with Optifine and shaders are not perfect. So consequently, that reflecting off of the wet soil like that, that's cool. Consequently, we do probably need to just wander around and make sure that we don't drop our light level below 7. It's going to seem strange not having to worry about that in 118. You know, just having the light level be above 0. I'm not 100% certain I agree with that as a concept. I also realise that I'm going to be digging most of this up again, so to replace it with the one, two, three, four. Oh, hang on. Oh, okay. Oh, that's fine. Not a problem. We can put the coarse dirt in there. That's not a problem. I've just realised that I made the thing thing. But we'll pop that in there. We'll use that. I don't mind having these kind of oddly positioned. So I managed not only to do it too short, one too short. I also, managed to naff up the thing, but oh well. Let me just do a little bit more work in here, get a little bit more decoration, get it sorted out, and I'll be back in a moment. Done a little bit of thing. I've added a mod onto here, which is a Notepad mod, which does nothing other than just allows me to write notes, which I can paste and pin and put to the thing. So I've got my things. It wasn't 10, it was 12 seeds. Now the thing is, pumpkins are useful, but not vastly. Melons mainly used for potions, to be honest. There's a few fruit salad options and things, but I don't think there's a significant reason to go in for that. However, I wanted to check, is it crop won't survive outside of shallow water? Okay, so it looks like rice we have to plant outside, and it's summer and autumn. So maybe just put a few things of rice down. We'll go in here, we'll edit, and I'm going to take rice off of the list because we're done. So I think what we'll do, oh, by the way, this needs to be used with another bit, and yeah, it was way more complicated than I wanted to do for what I had. Plus, it wouldn't have really worked at my little secret gate there. I need some bone meal because I don't have many potatoes, and I would like to get those. Let's take a couple of stacks of potatoes. I'd like to have spuds going well because spuds are a staple, both in Minecraft and out of it, really. So the big old question here is what to grow where, and I think I am going to put in wheat on a normal augmented field, just because, and we'll take it. Because now you've got the glowstone down there, which is of course giving us some illumination. So let me try and plant as much stuff as I want. Is that going to be enough, or do I want some more? I'm going to do that because you use wheat for a lot in Mike. Obviously, it's not just for this; it's also for animal breeding and all sorts of goodness. So we shall definitely put a full thing. I also realised these are completely the wrong size. The 5 this way, it's 4 that way, it's 4 that way. The only reason this side is hydrated is because of those crops over there, that water over there. So God knows what happened, but it doesn't matter. There's no such thing as problems, only solutions. First rule. Then I think I'm going to stick down some spuds, and I'm going to grow these spuds. Oh wow, am I going to have to do it like that? How many do I want? How many are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if I do 20 spuds, and we'll put them into rich soil. There we go. So again, take this lot out, put the rich soil in, hard, till it, and have done with. And ultimately I'd like to have them all on this rich soil, but I'm certainly not going to bust a gasket trying to achieve that. Much more sense just to do this kind of thing. And then get me spuds wherever they are. There they are. And get those in. Okay, and put those away. Right, I'm going to continue onwards. I will be back in a short while. And I think that'll do. I may make some more of these. I'm not sure. Well, it's a waste of clay right now, and there's no obvious benefit now. Just want to point out something. These are potatoes growing on the special soil. Some of them mature. They're getting these growth discs, as are the carrots. Now these beetroots are on the standard soil, but they've gone there. But this is an interesting line. Cabbages on the fertile soil. Whole load of these ready. Cabbages on normal soil, barely even started. Down here I've got pumpkins and melons just mixed together. I've got some flax, which will get more. Thrown a few bits of decorative items in there, and in theory we should be okay. And I think we could probably get rid of all of those seeds. And just have rid of, because, you know, I will put an automatic one of these in at some point just so I can dump the seeds in after the harvests, because this is kind of painful. I'm not sure whether they actually have any uses either. They don't. Well, there. So there is literally no point in keeping large quantities of wheat seeds. These hydrangeas did not want to go down. I'm going to stick them on the sticker. Do you actually? Oh, you will. Okay, that's good. I'll take that as well, and we'll throw that down as well. And at that, I think we've about completed our greenhouse exercise. The fertile dirt I'm in two minds about, but we'll see how that goes. But what I need right now is a nice screenshot. What I may do with the rice things is actually extend out and put some space around it, and, you know, basically give myself some little rice paddies. But I think we can. I think the only thing I've not put down there is the sunflower seeds, because I don't have any. So let's delete that note, and I think next episode I will try and do a little bit of decorative work around here, but I think we need to get out and explore again, because we've got a whole western flank to go out. We've also got northern and southern, and I still want ender pearls, which means I've still got to do. I thought I saw an enderman's eyes then. Still got to do something to get those. So yeah, because that's only half of the food situation. We still need to get into animals, and I need to get the animals back, and ender pearls I think are going to be my friend there. I hope they're going to be my friend there. But anyway, on that note, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon, and bye for now.